This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 FM and iTalk1067.com. Also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Summit Regional Medical Center, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports, and Comfort Fit Dentures. And now, Sholo Ford presents high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Hey, very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com. As the game is tipped off between the Coolidge Bears and the Snowflake Lobos, as the Bears have taken an early 5-0 lead off a basket from Turner Armstrong, a Comfort Fit Dentures three-pointer, as well as a two-pointer from Porter D's. And we'll get set to bring you as much action as we can as Coolidge rebounding, it's up and it's in, it's up and it's in for Corbin Downs. As we get a timeout, so we're going to go ahead and take it here. We're going to start off tonight with our Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center injury report. Summit Regional Medical Center has everything your athlete needs to get back in the game. I'm Aaron Hewish. I'm joined by Shane Walker tonight, the man, the myth, the legend, joining me from the White Mountains. And what we understand, Mr. Walker, no injuries that are major to report of tonight.
Everybody looks healthy right now for Snowflake. I think mentally is what we're going to be dealing with a lot tonight with all of the confusion and the controversy that's been going on. I think that you're seeing it. Coolidge came out super fast, super aggressive. They've got something to prove. Snowflake a little bit taken back. I think that, lost in all of this was Snowflake having to wait, stop, go.
Yep.
Now that they're like, okay, it's time to go, I think they're a little bit on their heels right now.
So, folks, that's our Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center injury report. Summit Regional Medical Center has everything your athlete needs to get back in the game. And we just talked about our Ace Hardware keys to the game. Anytime you need a key made day or night, any night of the week, any hour of the day or night. Ace Hardware, Sholo, Pine Top, and Overguard, as we are now under action with a 7-0 lead for the Bears. Snowflake just not being able to get in a rhythm as the ball goes inside to Jet Udall. He is fouled. We're going to call it on the ground. They're going to call that on Turner Armstrong. That's going to be his first personal, first team. And that's actually the first foul of the game as Claire's going to inbound. And we're having a little bit of technical difficulties, folks. Bear with us as we're going in and out, but we're doing the best we can to make sure we get this game as Jones goes over to Claire on the far side. It's actually not our technical difficulties. It's technical difficulties of there is a large contingency here following these teams, and so we're having to fight for service and cell service and wired internet, so we're doing the best we can. As 7-0 Coolidge on top. Armstrong with the ball. Armstrong for the Bears. Armstrong dishes it over to Porter Dees. Porter Dees is the junior. Porter is the junior. Preston is the senior. And it goes back in for the Lobos.
That's what I think they need to do. They need to get going. They need to get it out, up and going. They're having a hard time moving it in. I think if they get it up and going quick, they should be a lot better off right now from what we're seeing.
Well, that's the thing is they came down Thursday anticipating a game yesterday. They were able to put their jerseys on as Armstrong puts up another three. And that is a Comfort Fit Dentures three-point shot by Armstrong. They were able to put on their uniforms and shoot around, but they weren't able to play a game.
Yep.
So it's difficult for them, and they've kind of been lost in all this situation, but nonetheless, we're here and we're playing. Yep. 10-2 Bears. As Claire puts it up, it goes off the front of the rim. That's no good. Folks, we do want to recognize some of our sponsors. We have our Northland Pioneer College with our tip-off. As we come down and we have a foul on, as Preston Dees is fouled, they're going to call the foul on LeDuc, as Dees is going to go in, and it's going to be a shooting foul. That gives us a chance to go through Northland Pioneer College. When it comes time to tip off your college education, tip it off at the college with the lowest tuition in the state. That's Northland Pioneer College. Comfort Fit Dentures sponsoring our three-pointers. Honda Ski and Outdoor with our halftime show. First free throw is no good. Deemer's Glass with our Deemer's Glass Glassman of the game. Need glass for your home or business? Deemer's Glass in Lakeside, 1-888-GLASSMAN. And our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint player of the game, as well as Allegra of Sholo are our sponsors this evening. As Dees lines up at the line with 3 minutes and 39 seconds left. And wow, with hardly any fouls, very quick through this game as Dees does make his second free throw. As Armstrong, the freshman, does have an early 6 points. Claire over to LeDuc. LeDuc to Jones to Udall. Swing it along the outside of the perimeter. Udall drives now. He kicks it out to Claire. Claire fakes it, goes for a drive. Claire puts it up. Easy shot.
Nice.
2 points landed Claire.
Yeah, that was a nice inside out. made the defense move and adjust, and Claire gets the easy 2.
Snowflake set it up to where they almost spread Coolidge out defensively, and I wonder if they've seen something on film that we have not been able to see.
Yep, that's the first time they've really done that.
As the ball goes in and out and back and forth, but wide open is Porter Dees as he's cutting to the basket. He puts it in for 2 points. It's 13-4. Bears on top of the Lobos.
Yeah, he was given a gift right there. Easy 2 points on a loose ball picked up right under the basket.
As it goes now to Udall. Udall on the far side behind the arc. Udall puts it up.
There we go.
Comfort Fit Dentures. 3-point shot.
That should open things up. That should open things up a lot more for him. Yep.
As that's an offensive foul. And one thing we've talked about, and even though the player wasn't set, he was in what's called legal guarding position.
It's always, what we miss in a lot of that, it's player control. Who's in control? If that guy's not in control and he displaces that guy, it doesn't matter if he's been sitting there for 2 minutes or for 2 seconds. If you displace that guy, then the foul is going to be an offensive foul.
That's actually one of the best ways I've heard it explained. So offensive foul back to the Lobos. Here's Claire with it. Claire underneath to Jones. Jones puts it up. He has it blocked. That is a monster block by Coolidge, and Jones is going to get whistled for the foul as Shane Enos goes after the loose ball after the block. He was the one that put the block on Jones, and as he goes to get the ball and save it, Jones kind of taps him, body checks him, and he goes out. So now Coolidge gets the ball as that's going to be Porter Dees checks back in the game, and he checks in for Corbin Downs as Armstrong with the ball. Armstrong over the time stripe. Armstrong now over to the near side. A travel turnover. Ball to the Lobos.
Lots of screening inside. Guys are coming across. Snowflake's got to play better help side defense to keep those guys from coming out off those screens wide open and able to get it inside to them so easily.
Well, they've had 2 cuts to the basket, Coolidge has, that have allowed that to happen. So that's going to have to be shut down, or it could be a long night as we're going to get a block. Now, we don't have replay advantage there, but what is the difference between that one and the offensive foul you saw down here, because it was very similar?
That one, actually, he got hit before he made contact with the kid that ended up on the ground. So he got hit by a second player that knocked him off balance that started that contact. So that's where he got that.
Claire inbounds to Udall. Udall puts up a 3. That's going to be no good. It's going to be rebounded by Coolidge. The rebound's going to go to Shamir Stump, and it goes to Armstrong. Armstrong in the backcourt. Armstrong goes to his right. Armstrong now dishes it back to Stump. Stump loses it. It's on the ground. Now goes out to Armstrong. Armstrong in 3-point range. He puts up Comfort Fit Dentures. 3-point shot. And the Lobos find themselves down 16-7 as they give a long court pass to Brewer. Brewer puts it in. And as Coolidge is celebrating the 3-pointer, the Lobos get the ball and go long court to Brewer, and he lays it up and in. Here's Armstrong again. Armstrong throwing it out now to Enos. No good. Udall with the rebound. Udall sends it forward to Brewer. Here comes Brewer down the court as Brewer's going to get bumped and checked, as they are going to call down on Porter Dees, and the crowd is not going to like that at all.
We're going to hear a lot of that tonight, I'm afraid.
That's okay. It is what it is.
That one's questionable. Well, at least they're going to let it. I was wondering if they were going to call that a shooting foul or not, because he didn't actually go up for a shot. He didn't make a great play on the ball. That could have, that one could have gone either way, but
is there
2 shots
Is
anyway.
there a sense of, well, it was a hard foul, we're not calling intentional, he's shooting? Yeah. And I wonder how much of that plays in. Brewer's first free throw is good.
This is deep playoff basketball. When you get into deep playoff basketball, you're going to get contact. It's going to be physical. So Snowflake's got to endure that. This Coolidge team's big, strong inside, so Snowflake's going to really have to either get out and run like they have the last 2 times or play a lot more physical inside.
Well, I agree with that. As Liam Brewer makes his second free throw, that's actually one thing I like about this level of basketball late in the season, is it is physical ball. You see a guy like Jacob Leduc in there, and he's a very strong individual, very strong on the track and field, very strong obviously at football, doing his thing. As the Bears throw the ball out of bounds, it's going to be Lobo ball, Liam Brewer to bring it in, as I believe Coolidge just checked in Jensen Carter. Over now to Udall. Udall on the near side in front of the Snowflake bench. Now Udall cuts it to the basket. He dishes it off to Angelo Martinez. Martinez loses it, has it blocked. Now it goes to Udall. Brewer to Udall. Now Udall drives, kicks it out to Liam Brewer, and it's out of bounds.
Yeah, a lot of guys standing around. Snowflake right now, like I say, you're seeing that kind of a lull where one guy's going hard and the other guys are just kind of standing and watching. If Brewer would have been moving, he would have been right open for a 3-point shot there.
As now Armstrong comes down. Armstrong kicks it out to Carter, and Carter's going to be whistled with the travel. And one thing with not having an advantage of replay is, one thing I've noticed quite a bit of is that when you get to this level, there are a few more travelings, and I don't know if it's just regular season meh or if it's, you know, this so intense and trying to cut things so fast that we're getting more of those travels.
I think it's a combination of both right now. A lot of nerves out there.
Udall has it on the near side in front of the Coolidge bench. Now it's kicked over to Jones on the far side with a pass from Brewer. Jones now looks to go to his right. Jones out to Leduc. Leduc at the top of the key, now to Martinez. Martinez goes left to right, now to Leduc. Leduc at the top of the key, now to Martinez, who brings it to the top of the key. Martinez is going to put up a three-point shot that's going to be no good, and the rebound is going to go out of bounds, and it's going to stay and belong to the Lobos, as they're going to say that that went out on number 52.
1.8 seconds here, so it'd be really good to get a good momentum basket here for Snowflake. Set something up with the 1.8 left in the quarter.
As here comes Martinez to inbound. Martinez looking, he sends it to Udall, and we're going to get a shot. It's going to be no good. It's going to be blocked by Armstrong. We're going to go ahead and take our first break of the game, folks. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
You have a vision, a brand to build, a message to share? You need signs that turn heads, apparel that makes a statement, banners that grab attention, and business cards to leave a lasting impression. Your success starts with the right tools. That's where we come in. Allegra Sholo brings your ideas to life with custom designs and top quality products, helping you stand out and grow your brand. Let's make something amazing together. Call Allegra Sholo today.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com, as Coolidge controls the alternating possession according to the rules of NFHS basketball. As I think we have a t-shirt with a logo on it, and so Armstrong is going to have to, and it was nice of the officials to catch that at the end of the first quarter. And it's ticky-tack, this and that, but folks, if they don't enforce these rule adornments, especially the uniforms, it will get out of control. Case in point, the NCAA football.
Well, and as an official, you know, we're the ones that get in trouble for that, not the players. If we're not enforcing it, then we look bad.
As the ball goes from Armstrong inside to Dees, that's Preston Dees, it is no good as the Lobos somehow come up with that rebound. Claire now over to Udall. Udall drives the lane. Udall puts it up. It's going to be no good. And somehow Udall gets his own rebound, but it's going to be blocked on the inbound or the save pass to Armstrong. Armstrong now floats. He sends it over to Dees. That's Porter Dees. Now it goes inside to Preston Dees. It's put up, no good. Except we do have a foul as he's going to go get a chance to shoot two.
Yeah, Woodside's just overmatched inside with Dees. He is powerful. He's strong. He's big. You know, he's just pushing him around. He can't hold his ground there.
Actually, I don't know if Woodside's,
is that 12?
It might have been.
Oh, that was Brewer.
I'm sorry, that was
Brewer. Brewer just
Liam. These are a little bit different now. As Snowflake shot 26% in that first quarter. The second free throw is good. As Coolidge shot 50%. Rebounds is an interesting one too. 4-3 in favor of the Bears, but Lobos doing hard as they are down 17-11. As Leduc gives it back to Udall. Udall now drives the lane. Udall kicks it out to Liam Brewer. Liam Brewer, three-point range, three-pointer on the way. Comfort fit dentures.
Nice inside. He can get inside anytime he wants to. He can drive, and I think that's going to be a big part of it. He's got to get in, drive, break down the defense, kick it back out.
As they go now to Downs. Downs now sends it to Armstrong. Armstrong, inside pass. It's going to go out on the Lobos, but Armstrong, I don't want to keep playing this card, but Armstrong is a freshman.
Wow.
And to watch that pass and the way he handled that ball was pretty impressive.
Yeah. He had a little bit too much spin. He got lucky that Snowflake hit it before it went out of bounds.
Agreed. Here's Armstrong to bring it in. Armstrong brings it into Jensen Carter, and he puts it right up for 2 points.
Yeah, he got up off the ground. He got up high.
Lobo ball, it's Claire with the ball. Claire to Brewer. Brewer over to Jones. Jones now to Irvin King, who's checked in the game. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left, 19-14. As Brewer puts up another three, that one goes in and out. Rebound is by Preston Dees.
Good look, he just missed it.
Armstrong with the ball. Armstrong over in the corner. Pushes it inside to Dees. As I believe they're going to call Dees with the foul as Brewer steps in with great position and knocks that away, and they're going to call the foul on Dees.
Yeah, Brewer got into him with his body like we were talking about. They got to get into Dees because Dees is a big body kid. When he got into it, he was able to get the steal, get the loose ball, and then Dees going for it pushed him a little bit too much.
That is Dees' second team foul.
It looks like they're going to sub for him.
I believe that you're going to see Shane Enos come back in the game as Jones with the ball. Jones now to Brewer. Brewer to Claire. Claire in front of the Coolidge bench. Now Claire floats to the middle. Claire looks to drive. Claire at the free throw line, jump stop. Now he brings it out, turns, shoots, puts it in.
Nice.
Landon Claire, 2 points for the Lobos.
And he got in there, got inside, got a nice soft roll.
As the ball goes down and is sent to Carter, and it's ripped away. Irvin King, Woodside had it, loses it. King got it somehow, saved it back in, and it's Lobo ball. Claire with the ball. Claire's being picked up by Armstrong. So we have two of the premier point guards in three areas. Claire misses a three-point shot, gets his own rebounds. Now he goes to Jones. Jones puts it up off the glass. It is no good. No good. Rebound is Preston Dees. Forward to Armstrong.
Yeah, Jones has missed a couple easy ones there. He's got to settle down and just shoot.
As that is going to be a Comfort Fit Dentures three-pointer by Jensen Carter. And he's come on in this quarter with 5, 22-16. As we're going to get a foul, we're going to get a blocking foul on the defense.
Yeah, we got bodies going all over. Like I say, this is that intense basketball we're seeing. There's a lot of intensity, a lot more physicality. I think Snowflake is finally realizing, hey, this is how it's going to be. We've got to be physical with these guys or we're going to get pushed around. And they've pulled within 6 now.
Well, one thing that, it's reminiscent of is you and I, the era we grew up in watching and rooting for the NBA, had a very physical style game, and it's changed a lot the last few years. And seeing this is very refreshing to me to watch some physical basketball. And I'm not saying it's dirty or anything like that. I'm just saying we're watching physical basketball. Yep. As Brewer has it over to Udall on the far side. Now Claire puts it up. That's Landon Claire. 2 points for the Lobos. Claire with 8 on the night.
Claire got a nice open shot fake. Right back up and gets an easy 2.
Enos with the ball. Enos now over to Downs. Back to Carter. Spin move inside by Enos. He sends it back out to Carter. Carter looks to drive. Now he goes out to Downs. Downs pushes inside to Armstrong. Armstrong to Dees. Dees gets blocked.
Nice help
Dees
defense.
is blocked.
Nice help defense there.
Claire gets the ball. Claire drives all the way down as we're going to get an offensive foul on Landon Claire, and that is a tough one right there. And I wish we had replay on that because I would love to see. So the foul's going to go against Claire. Now, we were talking about the 5 team fouls per quarter, and I've said this a few times. I like the 5 team fouls per quarter. It's refreshing.
Yeah.
I wasn't anyway. Huge fan of the 1-and-1. I like it, but I like the 2 shots now. So
exactly, and reset it every quarter. Armstrong with the ball. Armstrong now floats to his right. He's behind the arc. 22-18. Bears on top. Over now to Enos. Enos floats back over to Armstrong. Armstrong now to Enos. Enos at the top of the key now. He goes to his right. Sends it over to Armstrong. Armstrong in the corner being guarded by Brewer. Armstrong now throws it out to Downs. Downs steps inside. Now he drives. And he's going to get called with an offensive foul. I think that's great consistency by the officiating crew. If it's going to be called down here, it needs to be called down on this end.
Well, Shane, one thing we can say with that too is these guys don't get to this level of basketball by not perfecting their craft during the year. We have some of the best in the state doing these ball games, and congratulations to these men for making it. It's a 3A semifinal, but these men look as good as championship caliber as I've seen this weekend.
One other thing that you see with this is, I'm looking across and he's talking to the kid that just got, and the officials are talking to the kids. They're talking to them a lot in this game to make sure that they keep it under control.
Here's Udall. Udall now to Brewer at the top of the key, over to King, now to Claire. Claire on the near side. He gives a Brewer who was not expecting the pass to Woodside at the top of the key, now to King. King looks to drive. King puts up a shot. It's going to be no good, but it is going to be partially blocked as the Bears get it. Armstrong with the ball. Armstrong now goes to his right. Now he gives it to, I believe that's Carter. Jensen Carter. Now to Enos. Enos stops key. Enos looks to drive. Now he kicks it out to Downs. Downs puts it up. No good. And Woodside's there for the rebound, except Woodside saves it. It goes into the hands of Porter Dees. Now back to Armstrong. Fresh shot clock for the Bears. In the corner to Downs. Downs pushes it inside to Dees. As Dees is going to be whistled for a... Was that Dees or...
That was Dees.
Or Downs that was whistled for as
52 Dees. Yeah, that
Jones?
was Porter Dees. He had it, went to make the spin move a little too fast, moved his pivot foot, got caught.
LeDuc and Jones back in.
Let's see if...
Here's Claire with the ball. Claire at the top of the key. Landon Claire, the senior for the Lobos. As Claire throws an off-kilter shot, and he puts it up and in.
Oh, we got a technical. I think Claire last time down, I was watching it. He kind of did this little, the little flex on
So Claire's gonna get the technical?
I think they gave it to him last time. This time, they are not going to do it. That's
his second personal.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. So the first time he did it, I could tell the officials were watching it, where he did the little flex. I don't know who he's flexing to. There's nobody down there but the Coolidge cheerleading team. He does that one time. They let him get away with it. He does it again. They nail him for it. It's that sportsmanship. Again, good officiating, good preventative officiating by this crew right now by doing that.
As Armstrong set to shoot the technicals, he misses the first one. It's 22-20. Bears are on top. And I will say this, technical foul does not take away the character of a young man like Landon Clare. I happen to be able to associate with Landon almost on a daily basis. He is one of the finest young men at Snowflake High School that I have a chance to interact with. So, learn from it and move on, but help your team get back in the game, as Clare does have 10 on the night. So Armstrong makes his second. That's going to be 23-20.
It just hurts to get two fouls like that quick on that. And I can tell you the most upset person is going to be his dad. He is not going to be happy with that.
Well,
not with the officials, but with the player.
With the player, and Joe does hold his son accountable. Joe Clare, the former coach, and Mr. Walker and I know him from officiating, one of our finest officials in the White Mountains. As Coolidge drives, that's going to be number 22, Stump. As they're going to say it stepped out of bounds, but yeah. Stump drove and put his shoulder down. And Coolidge not only, Coolidge, and we're just going to talk about the elephant in the room. Coolidge is fighting somewhat of a hostile crowd. It's no Drago Balboa in the Soviet Union, but it's pretty close.
I think they're just waiting. They're waiting. They're waiting to see what happens. They want to, but we know who the reservation crowd is really pulling for here.
Well, next they get a chance as the Snowflake Lady Lobos are going to take on the Tuba City Warriors in the Copper Championship. As Udall drives it in, Udall puts up kind of an off-balance shot. It is no good. Rebound is Dees. Dees kicks it out now to Armstrong. Armstrong brings the ball forward. We're going to have a lot to talk about it in our Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport Store halftime show. As Enos gets the ball, Enos goes to Armstrong. Armstrong puts up a three-pointer. That's going to be no good. Dees with the rebound, and they're going to call Brewer with a foul. No, Woodside with the foul, but they're going to say it's on the floor. Lucky for the Lobos, down 23-20.
Dees had good position there. That was the tough thing. Woodside tried to make a hustle play, gets a little too aggressive, pushes him out.
Coolidge to inbound. Armstrong with the ball. Armstrong to Dees. Back to Armstrong. Over on the far side. Sends it to Enos. Enos now drives Enos over to Jensen Carter. As he drives in, we're going to whistle. We're going to get a foul as he goes to the ground.
Man, he's quick.
They're going to call that on Jones. That's going to be his first personal. Oh, they said that's his second. Yeah. I missed his first.
Carter Jensen, man, that kid's athletic. He's fast. He gets up off the floor. He's just a little guy, but I'm pretty sure that he could put it down with two hands. I was watching him in warm-ups. He can get up there pretty high, and that is a huge advantage as a small guard when you got another small guard on you. If you can get up over the top of him, that makes it tough.
Well, he came in and hit that. He had the 2 and then the 3, and now he's at the line, so he wasn't in the starting role, but I'm thinking he comes off the benches. He misses the second free throw. It's rebounded by Dees. Dees puts it right back up and in. 25-20.
Somebody
Bears
missed
on
the
top.
box out there. That was easy.
Here's King. King now to Brewer. Brewer at the top of the key, now over to Claire on the near side. As Claire puts it up, it's going to go no good. It's going to be rebounded by Udall, and Udall has been kind of everywhere on the court as he's going to go to King. King now at the top of the key. Now King looks to dribble, kicks it out to Claire. Claire at the 28-foot line. Claire goes to his left. Now Claire puts up a three-point shot. It's not going to hit much as it goes out of bounds as Udall tries to save it. Not much of an effort. Excuse me, a lot of effort, not much of a chance.
Might want to give
right
Claire
there.
a break here. Claire's just kind of forcing things right now. You know, he's being a little over aggressive. Because of that, he's thrown up a couple of short shots here. But hopefully he'll regroup here. Only a minute left in the half. This has gone quick.
25-20 with a minute left in the half, and I have us at about a 25-minute halftime right now. As the ball goes inside to Dees. Dees strong to the hoop. He puts it up. My goodness, he went strong.
That's all just individual effort right there.
The lead is now 7, 27-20. Lobos have the ball. It's Brewer to King to Udall. Three-point shot, no good. Rebound Dees. Dees gives it to Armstrong with 41 seconds left as Armstrong pushes it down to Enos. Enos now guarded by Woodside. Enos goes back to his right. Now to Armstrong at the 28-foot line, top of the key. Armstrong now brought out by Claire, working off a screen from Dees. Sends it now to Jensen Carter. Carter in and out, and we're going to get a whistle. We're going to get a foul. And I believe yes, the Bears are in the bonus, so the Bears are going to shoot too. And that's going to be, again, Jensen Carter.
Yeah, Jensen just quick. Like I say, he is so fast and athletic that he got around there, and they just were trying to do anything they could to stop him. I didn't see much of a foul there from what we've seen in this first half. What they've let go, that one was a little ticky-tack, if you want to call it that.
Well, Jensen Carter misses his first one. His second one's on the way. It is good. 28-20. Lead is 8. 18 seconds on the clock. Claire with the ball. Claire now to Brewer. Out of Woodside. Now to King. King pushes it into Udall. Udall off balance shot. Woodside gets the rebound and it goes out of bounds. And the Lobos have got to calm down. Yeah. Shane, they are just playing almost frustrated since that technical foul by Claire. And I'm not saying that sparked anything. It was probably a little bit before then. But their shots are off kilter. They're getting position on the rebounds, their physicality, but they're just not getting things to fall. As we come down, and Claire actually rips the ball from Armstrong, but the time doesn't with the Coolidge Bears on top of the Snowflake Lobos. We're going to come back in a couple minutes and give you our Honda Ski and Outdoor Halftime Show. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you. Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Sholo. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learn a new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
This is iTalk 106.7's presentation of the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store halftime show.
Welcome back, Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com as we get set for our Honda Ski and Outdoor halftime show. For the best selection of hiking, camping, hunting, and fishing gear, go to the Honda Ski and Outdoor store south of Pine Top on Highway 260, just before the Honda Casino. Honda Ski and Outdoor. And I just got to get Shane, what are your thoughts on the first half?
You know, I think Snowflake came out really tight. You could see a lot of easy baskets were missed underneath. I bet they only shot about 10% under the basket. It was a lot of nerves. I think once they started to settle in, started to get a little bit more penetration. I think that's one thing that they've got to do. They've got to get Udall penetrating more. They've got to get Landon Clare penetrating more, and then you got to start looking to kick back out. But I think they can get to the rim fairly easy. Both.
Hey, as I noticed that Coolidge 22 total rebounds to Snowflake's 11. I'm not a mathematician, but that's doubled up, and that is not good. The other thing I noticed right away is the field goal percentage. Coolidge is shooting 47% to the Lobos 27.6%. That is a huge discrepancy. The other thing I noticed, a time that lead change, but Coolidge has been up the entire game. There's never been a lead change. And as we look at quite a few of these stats, Snowflake's 2 for 11 on threes, Coolidge 4 for 7, and I mean that's 57%.
That's impressive. You know that they're shooting such a high percentage, both from the field and then even higher from 3-point. But they're getting a lot of open looks because those Dees brothers, I'm assuming they're brothers, they are creating so much havoc inside, and they're so big and strong that they're setting some major screens. They're really a threat in there, and so I think that it's really hard right now for Snowflake to pick their poison. Do you drop back in, try to give help inside? Do you really protect that 3-point line? But I think looking at this, like I say, where they're giving up 57% outside of the 3-point line, that may be something they want to extend their defense a little bit more.
Well, with that, I want to talk about the D's real quick. Is they have 11 rebounds just between them. Now, I think the point but I don't think they've seen this type of physicality from the other teams they've played. For instance, Winslow, Sholo, Holbrook, are way more of a finesse-type ball club, and this Coolidge team is built. I mean, even Armstrong, who's handling the ball, he's going in, he's not afraid to take it. Now, Brewer and Woodside for the Lobos are getting their fair shot, but it is a very physical ball game, and right now I'm going to say that favors Coolidge.
Yeah, very, very much so. They're definitely the more physical team inside, especially. I mean, the physicality happens in the paint, right? And that's where their strength, that's where their big guys are at. Snowflake, their big guys are more perimeter guys. But I think, Udall's got to get more penetration, and he's got to find somebody to kick out to. Same thing with Landon Clare. They both were able to get to the rim. That breaks down the defense, makes them go in, stop the dribble. Then they got to find the open guy, and they got to hit those shots.
So I would say the phrase I wrote down was quality shots. That's horrible. Hype shots, because they've come into the paint, but they've had a lot of these little twist kind of fade things where it rolls off the back of the fingertips, and they come up, very short of the rim. They may hit the front of the rim, but it hits the rim and bounces off. So they got to be quality shots as well as high percentage shots.
Well, then you go back to what you were talking about before in the physicality. When you see the Coolidge team, the Coolidge kids going inside, they're going at Snowflake. They're not backing up. They're going into them. They've got a lot of fouls called inside, but they are going into the players. They're looking for that contact. So that's one thing that we're definitely seeing.
So let's be cliche here for a little bit. If you're Coach Smith down 8, what are you telling your squad?
I tell them, look, we've shot more shots. I believe I saw we've had more shots than they have. So we're getting shots, right? They've shot 29 shots.
Okay,
to 21. So we're getting the shots.
Yeah, Snowflake's getting the shots.
We just got to settle down and make them. Like I say, I've seen inside there where, like I say, we're getting inside. Or they're getting inside. They're getting the shot. Like you're saying, the quality of the shot, in that they're getting it close to the basket and close to the rim, but they've got to just shoot the ball. They're so worried about this contact, I feel like, that it's really throwing them off. They're waiting for the contact, and they're just kind of flipping it up. They're not shooting the ball. They're just throwing it up in a lot of time.
I guess that's our Honda Ski and Outdoor halftime show. For the best section of hiking, camping, hunting, and fishing gear, Honda Ski and Outdoor Store, south of Pine Top on Highway 260, just for the Honda Casino. Appreciate the insight. We're going to go ahead and take a break. This is Show LaForge presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 worldwide and iTalk1067.com.
This halftime show.
You have a vision, a brand to build, a message to share? You need signs that turn heads, apparel that makes a statement, banners that grab attention, and business cards to leave a lasting impression. Your success starts with the right tools. That's where we come in. Allegra Sholo brings your ideas to life with custom designs and top quality products, helping you stand out and grow your brand. Let's make something amazing together. Call Allegra Sholo today.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane from Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Welcome back to Show LaForge presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 worldwide and iTalk1067.com. As we have a break in the action, it's
like the shot clock didn't start.
I think the shot clock was waiting to start, so now they have to put the shot clock with 5 seconds gone off. They need to put the shot clock down to 7:55. It will be the Lobos ball. Jones is going to inbound to Clare. Down 8. And that was a very quick first half. I look for the second half to be way longer as far as time goes. Over to Woodside. Woodside to Clare. Clare over in front of his bench. Now Clare brings it back to the middle, top of the key. Over to Udall. Udall looks to drive. Now Udall drives, kicks it out to LeDuc. Luke's going to put out a 16-foot jumper. Right time. He goes to Clare, now to Jones. Jones looking to push it inside to Woodside, but he now drifts to his right. Over now to Clare. Clare's going to drive. Clare's going to put up a very athletic layup. It's going to go in and out. Back to the Bears.
Yeah, good penetration both, like we talked about at halftime by Udall and by Clare. Just couldn't make the easy shot.
As it goes in, Dees gets it. Dees off the back of the rim. It's rebounded by Jones. However, Leduc had a major part in getting that rebound. Here comes Jones. Jones pushing it forward. He's going to try to work off a screen from Woodside. Now the push is to Leduc. Over to Claire. Over to Udall. Udall in the corner in front of his bench. Now goes to the top of the key to Woodside. Woodside puts up a three-pointer. That's going to be no good. And rebound is Enos.
Yeah, way off on that shot. Kind of rushed it. He didn't realize he was that wide open.
Enos goes to Armstrong. Armstrong brings it in. He sends it over to Enos, who gets it back to Armstrong. Now Armstrong's in the center court circle. Now he drives to his right. Inside to Enos. As Enos steps on the line, it's going to be a turnover. That's going to be Lobo balling.
Good defensive offense by both teams right now.
Well, one thing I'm noticing is looking at the stat sheet, Shane, is that Coolidge has 10 turnovers to the Lobos 3, and yet they're still up 8. That's a major stat point. As Udall drives, Udall puts up a reverse layup, and I don't believe what I just saw. Great athletic play as Udall drops it right down.
Right down the baseline, tiptoed in. They thought he might have gone out. Kind of stopped. He does the little reverse.
For a second. Now he drives, sends it inside to Dees. As Dees has it knocked away by Jones, and Jones, we're going to get a blocking foul. As Shane, we got to describe that to folks at home. As Dees was going for the ball, and he undercut Jones's legs and goes out from under him. With both players going for the ball, why does he get called for that foul?
It goes back to what we talked about earlier, displacement. What did he do? Did he stay in his lane or did he displace him? Obviously he displaced him, took him out. Once you get that advantage by taking the other guy out of what is his area, that's when you got to start calling the foul.
Well, one of the things is the Lobos do get the ball back, and I want to talk about this in a little bit as Claire has it. Is I do want to talk about that physicality again. As Woodside goes and puts it up on a pass from Leduc, it's no good. Rebound is by the Bears. Is one of the things is I've been told this by some officials, and I associate with a lot of them, is that when bodies fall to the floor, there almost has to be something that happened.
Yeah. To keep, I mean, there's sometimes where it's just, you know, to keep, I mean, there's sometimes where it's just, you know, it's just the contact that does it. It's just the contact that does it, but you got to determine, did the contact favor one or the other person?
As Downs comes down and puts in a layup, now the ball goes back to the Lobos. Jones has it. Layup. Now the ball goes back to the Lobos. Jones has it. Jones puts up a reverse jump shot. It is no good. It's rebounded by Enos. Now the ball's back to Armstrong, 30-22. Now the ball's back to Armstrong, 30-22, keeping that 8-point advantage for the Bears. As Armstrong goes, he's guarded up by Jones. Sent inside to Downs. To Armstrong, who's going to drive now. Armstrong puts up a shot. It's no good. Falls over the backside of the rim. And we have a ball out of bounds as it was tipped, and it does go back to the Lobos. As I wasn't sure. From our angle, it looked like it was no question it was hit out by the Bears, but where the three officials were in their positioning, they were a little bit unsure. Yeah. Now it goes back to the Lobos.
Sometimes up here you get a little better vantage point than the officials.
We have great seats for this game.
Amazing.
Udall with the ball on the far side. Now Udall brings it to his right. He sends it way over to Jones. However, before it can get there, Enos grabs it. Now Enos gets it to Armstrong. Forward intended for Downs. It goes out of bounds as Downs went one way. The ball went back the other. Downs couldn't reverse direction quick enough. Lobo ball.
Yeah, you know, I just said, hey, both teams are being very methodical, and then one goes down, throws it away. The other one comes down, throws it right back. So maybe a little too early.
They call that tit for tat.
Yeah.
Claire with the ball. Claire now methodically brings it over to his right, now to Jones. Jones on the far side. Now he brings it back to the middle to Leduc. To Claire. Claire thought about driving. Now he brings it back out. Woodside, 12 on the shot clock. To Jones. Jones now goes to his left. Now he goes to his left, puts up a three-point shot. That's going to be no close. Rebounds Armstrong. As Armstrong's down there, Armstrong being picked up by Udall. As he brings it forward, over in the corner to Downs. Downs tries to push it inside. As it's taken away by Leduc, as Leduc falls to the ground and pitches it off. Now the ball to the Lobos. Jones puts it up. It's going to be no good. That's going to be Enos gets a rebound, and we're going to have a whistle, and we're going to have an official timeout. As it's going to be Dees goes to the court, and they're just making sure he's okay. So that's a possession thing. So the ball stays with the Bears. They do not get a fresh shot clock, obviously. 3 minutes and 32 seconds left. It's an 8-point lead for the Bears, and I think, Shane, it's pretty much been that 8 mark for about 5 minutes of the game now.
Yeah. And Snowflake has had that quality shot are not taking advantage of it and putting those easy shots in. They've had great looks all half.
As Enos comes with the ball, now Enos kicks it out to Armstrong, goes to Dees, who goes way out to Armstrong, who puts up an NBA range three-point shot, and that is a Comfort Fit Dentures three-pointer, and that puts them up 11. So 8-11 real quick as we get a foul on the Bears, as they're going to call that on Enos. That's going to be the first, that's the first foul of the quarter.
Yeah, that was a
second
deep
foul,
three.
excuse me.
You know, they do that, like say, you pick your poison. Do you go inside or do you stay outside and extend the defense? They didn't extend the defense far enough, and they paid by a three-pointer. Now we get a big turnover.
As Brewer tries to go to Jones, it's turned over. It goes down. Coolidge goes to Downs. Downs is going to get whistled with an offensive foul. As I don't have the advantage of replay, I'd like to see what happened there.
That's a tough one because both players are going kind of in the same direction. We're gonna have a timeout here. Both kids are going in kind of the same direction. One goes down. He wasn't kind of straight line, didn't get a great look, but that's his judgment.
Well, we're going to take a timeout. We're going to take it to the Shoal Forge presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Welcome back, Shoal Forge presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com. Is the executive director of the AIA giving us a little bit of grief here as he's just telling us the Lobos need more points. As Landon Clare drives in, and that's exactly what Landon must have heard.
Yeah, great took advantage of it, got up high above his defender. Nice, easy 2-point basket layup.
As Armstrong goes into Carter kicks it out to Enos, and Enos puts up a Comfort Fit Dentures three-pointer. That's going to be a 36-24 lead. A huge lead for the Bears, their largest of the afternoon. As Brewer now sends it over to Clare. Clare works off a screen from Leduc. Clare over to Udall. Udall now left. Udall now goes to the middle of the key, kicks it out to Brewer. Liam Brewer puts it up. Comfort Fit Dentures.
Yeah, that's what we talked about at halftime.
Shot.
Getting that penetration, getting the wide open guy, and they've got to hit their shots. Now we're seeing a half court trap by Snowflake here to try to get some movement going.
As Dees sends the ball into Enos, and Dees does come inside and gets it back, but he's going to be fouled, and we're going to get 2 shots. As I think they're going to call that on they're going to call that on Brewer. I was sure that was going to go against Leduc, but it goes against Brewer.
Yeah, 2 guys there. Again, we're seeing Coolidge going into the contact where Snowflake's kind of backing out, and they're getting those calls because they are going into the contact.
And that is the first foul on the Lobos of the quarter. And I'm actually curious to see a couple things, as I'd like to see where that turnover battle is, but also just shots taken.
I think shots taken is about equal. It's that.
I would think that's what I'm thinking.
That field goal percentage.
Yep.
I think that Snowflake's probably still around that 27% that they were in the first half.
Dees misses his second. It's rebounded by Jones. Jones sends it forward to Brewer. Brewer now to Jones. Jones at the top of the key. Jones pushes it inside to Udall. Udall being guarded by Armstrong. He goes to Leduc. Jacob Leduc.
Nice
That's
pass.
his first points of the ball game. Jacob puts in 2.
And you saw him going into the contact. That's what he was going into the contact. He didn't back down.
As I lied, folks, it's 36-29. Leduc's points count, and I thought I was wrong, but it was the scoreboard a little slow to put up, and I try to go with that because that is official. As it's Carter inbounds it way back to Armstrong. As Armstrong now goes to Dees. Dees with an alley-oop, and that's straight in. Preston Dees, 2 points. for the Bears.
That's the bad part about doing that half-court trap is some of your big guys will fall asleep, and that's what happened. Snowflake fell asleep. They lobbed it, got an easy 2 points.
That was a great alley-oop as Claire has the ball now. Down 9. Brewer to Jones. Jones now looks to drive. Jones dishes it off to Udall. Udall puts it up and in.
Nice.
Jet Udall,
nice
2 points for the Lobos.
Udall had a nice look, but he gave it up to Jones for an even better look, wide open 2 points.
We're under a minute. Now the ball goes out to Carter. Carter to his left, and this is, he just checked in a little bit ago. It's the first time we'd seen him this half. Enos with the ball. Enos with a shot. It is good. Shane Enos, 2 points for the Bears. 38-31. Jones with the ball. No, 40-31. To Claire. Claire to his right. Claire puts a floater up. It's no good. It's rebounded by the Bears. Rebounded by Carter. 22 seconds left. Shot clock is off to Enos. Enos now drives, puts it up. That's going to be no good. Rebound is going to be Dees. Dees right back up there to put it back in. Exclamation point, Porter Dees for the Bears.
Yeah, Dees just out-hustled him again.
He had position. Position in there.
Well, and Snowflake, the big guys from Snowflake just kind of standing and watching.
As a rebound after a miss by Brewer, and we're going to go to the fourth quarter. We're going to take it, folks. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7, worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Mobile Auto Glass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you: Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Sholo. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Welcome back. Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7, worldwide on iTalk1067.com. As we go to the fourth quarter, it's time for our Northland Pioneer College tip-off. When it comes time to tip off your college education, tip it off at the college with the lowest tuition in the state. That's Northland Pioneer College. Now offering bachelor's degrees in business and education. Northland Pioneer College. As the Bears will control the alternating possession, they are up 42-31. And it is a long, tall order to come back from 11 down.
One possession at a time. You got to get a stop, and then you got to get a make. You got to get a stop, you got to get a make. You got to build those up. There's no 11-point basket, obviously, so Snowflake's just got to get a stop, get the ball. Well,
as Dees takes the ball, drives in, it's no good. It's rebounded by Porter Dees, and it's going to be no good. They're going to say it's on the ground, so LeDuc's going to get called for the first team of the quarter, and it's going to be Armstrong to inbound. Armstrong inbound to Dees. Dees up with it, no good. Other Dees with the rebound, and it's going to go out of bounds, and I think they're going to keep it here, and that's exactly what I saw. I think great call by the officials.
And he got help when he didn't know what was going on, so.
Great job, though. I mean, I saw that pretty clear, and they were able to make sure the call was right. So Dees inbounding. Dees inbounds to Armstrong. Over now to Carter. Carter kicks it over to Enos. Enos now goes to his right, tries to go the baseline, now kicks it back out to Armstrong. As we're going to have to dive into our stats that we just got from the third quarter as Shane's looking over him as we got a lot going on here. As Armstrong goes baseline, he dishes off to Dees. Dees puts it up. That's going to be an easy 2 points.
Well, the problem is, Snowflake comes out. We talked about they need to get a stop. They get 2 stops, but they give up 2 offensive rebounds, which leads to 4 points. Yeah, looking at these stats really quick, we're looking back. I mean, that period, Snowflake, again, they shot 35.7%, while Coolidge shot 66.7%, so almost double you know, in field goal percentage. They just missed way too many shots.
The Bears up now even more as Lobos get the ball. Claire with the ball. Claire brings it back to his right. Now Claire drives, puts it up. It's going to be a miss. However, Claire's going to be fouled as Claire is going to go to the line to shoot 2. And after, yes, they are lining up. I thought, uh-oh, here we go. It was on the ground, but I thought I saw him signal for a shooting foul, and it is, as Claire is going to go to the line. Stay tuned after this, folks. We're going to flip the broadcast and start a new stream, and we're going to have the Girls Copper Championship as City Warriors will take on the Snowflake Lobos, as Claire's first free throw is good.
Yeah, now, like I say, every point is important. You got to hit the free throws if you get to the free throw line. And as he misses the free throws, as I curse him there.
The broadcaster's curse, It's a thing. Ball's down in the corner to Armstrong. Armstrong puts up a 3-point. That's a Comfort Fit Dentures 3-point shot. And the Lobos just got buried in a hole, and they're going to take, as the ball is going to be knocked out of bounds, it's going to be knocked out by the Bears. The Lobos are going to get it back 47-32. With 6 minutes and 30 seconds left, it is going to be a tall order to come back from this one. And folks, there's really, the Lobos are not going to make any excuses about this game. They came into this game, they weren't sure even, they knew they were going to play today but not even when they left. So they came, they did things, and Udall, Comfort Fit Dentures 3-pointer, as he kisses it off the glass. Now back to the Bears, as it's just been a hard weekend of basketball, but the Lobos still trying to hang in there, 35-47.
They see him extend the defense out a little bit.
As Dees gets an offensive foul.
Yep. as you see, Woodside gets up with a smirk on his face. He knows he may have gotten away with one there.
Oh, I think he got away with it as Preston Dees, but I think that's only his second foul, and that's only the second team foul of the quarter. So 12-point lead for the Bears, and the Lobos are just going to have to they're just going to have to make their shots is almost the bottom line, and step it up defensively and on the defensive boards as well.
Exactly. You cannot give up offensive boards at this point in the game.
Claire over to Jones. Jones now beyond the arc. Now to Udall. As Udall looking to drive. Udall puts it up. It's blocked. Blocked by Dees. Blocked by Preston Dees, excuse me. Now to Armstrong, to Dees, back to Armstrong. Armstrong crosses over center. Carter left to right, being guarded by Jones. Now Carter looks to drive. It's knocked away, and Jones is going to get whistled for a foul. As Jones just trying to create something by putting it in there.
It's all right. You know, you've got 5 fouls. You might as well use them. Being aggressive, you never know. You get a foul. You get a steal out on top, leads to a fast break. Take that chance at this point. You've got to start taking those chances.
Armstrong inbounds to Dees, back to Armstrong. Armstrong now 3-point range in the corner. He puts it up. It's no good. Rebound Claire.
Oh, we're going to get a flop.
As we're going to get a flop call. As they are going to whistle Armstrong with the flop. And so they're giving him the warning. They note it, and the second one is a flop. I looked at the ball being rebounded by Claire, and then as soon as I heard the whistle, I knew exactly what it was. I'm not sure how that transpired. We don't have replay, but it's an interesting call nonetheless, as Claire has the ball. Claire puts it into Woodside. Woodside puts it on the glass and drops it in. Jaron Woodside. And, you know, Shane, something we haven't talked about is Jaron Woodside, that's his first points of the game. He's going to have to get involved in this fourth quarter if there's going to be any chance of a comeback.
And he's got to be active on the boards. Cannot give up offensive rebounds.
Well, the lead was 10 until Armstrong just hit another Comfort Fit Dentures 3-point shot, and that extends the lead to 13, 50-37. As now Claire drives. Claire puts it up and in, as we're going to get 2 shots by Claire, as they're going to call a foul. I believe that is on Enos.
Yes,
as here goes Claire to the line.
Fouls to number 10, Jensen Carter. He's third team foul. Landing Claire at the line. 2 shots.
Again, Claire being aggressive, that's what they've got to do. They've got to be taking the ball to the basket, looking for the open guy, kicking it out if they don't have the shot. Like I said, they've got to start taking these chances, making free throws. which Claire gets the first one there.
Claire's first one does drop, 50-38, 12-point lead. But Armstrong, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 threes.
Wow.
And a free throw. So 19 points unofficially as looking, and that's about, because of this quarter. That's where Claire drops the second one.
And when you look at him, he kind of looks like a young Chris Mullen. You know, he's got kind of the flat top.
He does. That's a good way.
He doesn't look like he's the kid that's going to be tearing it up from the three-point line.
Well, for a freshman, very impressive, and he's going to have a lot of good years of basketball left. Yep. As the ball goes to Downs, now it goes to Dees, back to Armstrong. As Armstrong's guarded by Jones, as he's going to go left-right.
There's a full
as
court
the ball
press.
goes across the court. Back to Armstrong as Jones tries to take it. Now the Lobos are held defensively as the pass is to Downs. It's going to go out of bounds.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You've got to put that pressure on them. They picked up full court press, forced them into a turnover.
Force the turnover.
Now you've got to capitalize.
Here's Claire. Claire drives with not an open layup, but he is not able to get it as it goes off the backboard, off the side of the rim, and goes back to the Bears. Armstrong with the ball. Armstrong bringing it down, guarded by Jones. Armstrong unofficially with 19 on the night. Done with 3-pointers and 1 free throw. As Jones on Armstrong, now to Enos. Enos now to his right. Enos looks to drive, stepped in by Jones as we're going to get a travel.
Yeah, he did kind of a little jump right before when he saw Jones jump into or get into the space there. He took a little bit of a hop. That hop they call the travel. As an official, you kind of like when they do that because then you don't have to make that block charge call, which half the people hate you for, half the people love you for. So.
Right, and we saw that. I'm trying to think who it was. As I hope that's not Jones hobbling.
He is. He's limping.
He is hobbling and he's winded a little bit.
Yeah.
As him guarding Armstrong, he's been playing really hard.
Yeah. Now again, got to capitalize.
Udall with the ball. Udall now back to the right. Now he drives the center of the lane, puts it up off the backboard. No good, but we are going to get a foul. I think Udall's going to go to the line. So it's going to be on Enos.
Well, the other thing that does too is that now that puts Snowflake into the bonus for the rest of the quarter. So, there's 3:47 left in the fourth. That's going to every time they get fouled now, they're going to get free throws. So that can play a big factor.
Does that change how you play?
I don't think so. I don't think from either side. But what it does is every time if there's a ticky-tack foul, if there's a little foul out way out here on top, Snowflake now gets to shoot free throws. So now they have got to really, really focus and make their free throws because that's going to be a big portion to the end of this game. 10-point game. He makes it here's 9. There we go.
It is 9. He does
we're under
sink
10
the second.
with 3:47 left in the game.
D's to inbound. Inbounds to Enos. Lobos putting on the pressure. Back now to Armstrong as King comes in for Jones. He's going to guard Armstrong. As Armstrong beats King down the court, he drives the center of the lane. He puts up a center shot. That's going to be no good. He's going to say it was on the ground. That's going to be the
he counted it.
Third.
He counted it.
Oh, they did count it. So I thought they were saying ground, but no. They're going to give it to Armstrong. So he's going to go 2 and an and one, 52-41. 3 minutes and 36 seconds left. Armstrong 1 for 2 at the line. Make that 2 of 3 at the line.
And King, I don't know if King can stay with Armstrong.
53-41. Landon Clare 3-point shot on the way. No good. Rebound Woodside. As we get a foul, and that's going to be a shooting foul.
Yeah, and this is what this is what I was talking about earlier, where he comes down with the rebound, he gets held down there. Now he gets to go and shoot 2 free throws.
As they do line up to shoot free throws now, that's going to be Woodside at the line.
I don't know if the Coolidge coach is mad at the officials or if he's upset at his player.
He seems to not even be looking at the officials. It seems to be mostly at his boys.
Yeah.
As Woodside's off the mark on his first one. As the winner of this game advances to play Palo Verde Magnet, and I don't know if they've posted win yet, but it will be Palo Verde Magnet as they beat Seton. They were tied, and Palo Verde came down and hit a last-second 3-point shot last night. Again, stay tuned after this. We have Tuba City at Snowflake for the girls' Copper Championship as Woodside sinks his second free throw. That's 53-42, Bears on top, and there's a steal by the Lobos. Underneath the Udall. Udall hits the underside of the backboard and loses it. Ball to the Bears. I don't know if that's going to be counted as a shot or a turnover, but bad luck for the Lobos, and it's just kind of fitting on how the night's gone as it's to Dees. Dees puts it on the court, picks it up, puts it back on the court, and that's a traveling.
Yeah, that's kind of a synopsis of what Snowflake's night of shooting has been like. He had a wide open shot, great no-look pass by Landon Clare, and he just dinks it on the underside of the backboard.
Clare with the ball. Now to Jones. Jones to his right, puts it up. That's going to be no good. Rebound Armstrong.
Good look. He just did not make the shot.
As the ball floats and goes out of bounds, that's going to be out of bounds on Coolidge, and that's going to go back to the Lobos. 2 minutes and 43 seconds left, 53-42. The Lobos are down to the Bears.
Coolidge is trying to give Snowflake a chance. They just are not taking advantage of it.
It's been, Snowflake just had some bad luck. And again, there's not a lot of excuses to be made. As Clare puts up a three-point shot, it goes over the backboard and it hits the standard, and so that's going to be out of bounds and go to the Bears. But it's I'm not trying to make excuses. It's been a difficult weekend all around for the 3A boys tournament. You know, we haven't even talked about Palo Verde Magnet. They're not sure when they're going to play. So we get a timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it to the Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 worldwide on iTalk106.7.com.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learn a new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care.
On iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk106.7.com, as the Snowflake Lobos are down 53-42 to the Bears. 2 minutes and 21 seconds left. It will be Bears ball as they just called that timeout, as Coach Glasgow called it, and now the ball is inbounded. It is to Armstrong. Armstrong's going to be picked up by Jones. As Armstrong's going left to right, he sends it out to the top of the key to Downs. Downs now brings it out.
10 seconds on the shot clock.
Armstrong has it. He looks to be working off screen by Dees. Now he throws it to Enos. Enos to Downs. Downs looks to drive. Downs spins, puts it up. That's going to be up, and it's going to be good, and he's going to be fouled. Corbin Downs, 2 points. He's going to go to the line, and that is a long, tall order for the Lobos now as they are down big in this game. Under 2 minutes to play, and
yeah, you know, they hold him to down on 1 second on the shot clock. They let him drive in. He gets an and one. That hurts.
Downs makes his first free throw, excuse me, to complete the 3-point play. Forward now to Woodside. Woodside goes for a layup. He puts it off the backboard. It goes off the side of the rim. Armstrong has it for the Bears.
And that was a wide open layup and just missed it.
Here comes Armstrong. Armstrong throws it, intended for a player, but it goes out on the Lobos. So it's going to go out of bounds, and the Bears will control it. Armstrong to inbound. 56-42, minute 41 left. Armstrong pushes it back. Downs with the ball. Downs being guarded by Udall. Downs to his left, now to Armstrong. Jones steps out on Armstrong. Armstrong to Dees. Dees double dribble as he picks up his dribble and steps, so it's going to be Lobo ball.
Yeah.
Minute 28 left, 56-42. Most of the games all the games being played today are some form of championship. This one will not be. I'm not sure they've posted a time on the 3A championship yet, but for the Lobos to even be in the position they're in right now, folks, is nothing short of amazing, as they've had a very good season. when you're in Snowflake, you get your football players late because they're competing in the 4A division. So a lot of these guys came from football. As Armstrong drives, no good, rebounded. Preston Dees back up 2 points.
Yeah, Dees, he's always right there in the mix. One of the Dees brothers are.
Brewer setting up a three-pointer, and that's a Comfort Fit Dentures three-pointer for the Lobos. Timeout by the Lobos. We're going to go ahead and take it to the Show LaForge presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Welcome back to Show LaForge presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 worldwide on iTalk1067.com as we get set after this game to bring you our Deemer's Glass man of the game. Need glass for your home or business. Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Quality glass, affordable prices. 1-888-GLASSMAN, as well as our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Get your windshield repaired by the expert player of the game. And I think we have a pretty good idea on both of those, and they will probably go to 2 of the Bears unless the Lobos can pull off something miraculous. As the ball goes inside to Dees, and that's going to be Porter Dees. He's going to put it up 2 points. And Claire with the ball, 60-45. Claire to King. King puts up a 3-point shot. That's going to be no good. Rebound Dees. Dees to Armstrong, and they're going to whistle Angelo Martinez with a foul. And that is their 5th team foul, I believe. So that will be shooting on the Bears.
Yeah. 28.4 left. 15-point game. With everything that's happened, you just, like Snowflake just needs to, hey, make sure nothing.
Yes.
don't have any controversy at the
Don't have any insight. But we got to talk about the Lobos being here. They had the play-in game, and then after the play-in game, and I believe, I can't remember who they played in that. Then they went to Holbrook. They defeated Holbrook in Munoz Gym, which is not an easy thing to do.
No.
Then they came home and played ALA West Foothills, and on some great shooting at the end and getting into a scoring fest, they were able. So they punched their ticket, and they deserve to be here tonight. Regardless of what the controversy is both free throws are good. Regardless of whatever the controversy is, the Lobos did deserve to be here, and they gave it an effort tonight. As Claire puts up a three-pointer, that's going to be a Comfort Fit Dentures three-pointer for Landon Claire.
Yeah. I mean, I think that I heard that, that they finally broke the curse of the Holbrook gym.
Yes.
They've had a hard time living.
Landon said since he was a freshman, they had not won in there.
It's a very tough place to win.
Well, in that game with ALA West Foothills, it came late. As Landon puts up another three-pointer, it's no good. Woodside knocks for the rebound, but Armstrong's going to end up with it. 10 seconds left, 62-48, and the Lobos are just going to back off. And congratulations to the Coolidge Bears for advancing. We're going to go straight into our post-game show. As our post-game show, first thing we're going to do is give our Deemer's Glass man of the game. Need glass for your home or business. Deemer's Glass in Lakeside, 1-888-GLASSMAN, and I think we're both going to agree Preston Dees was everywhere under the glass tonight.
You can give it to either one of the Dees brothers. I mean, they were both down there. I mean, they were great inside. They were a big presence inside.
And our player of the game is going to be none the less than freshman number 1, Turner Armstrong. And he has 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20, 21, 22 unofficially on the night. So as the Bears advance, whatever that might be,
The time, date, and location for the 3A title.
Congratulations to them. We're not here to discuss the controversy, but we are going to be here to congratulate the Lobos on their season and what they did. To get the Lobos to a semifinal, you look at the seniors, Claire, Martinez, Jones, King, but then Leduc, Brewer, Woodside, Udall, Caskey, Hips, who some of that youth is going to come through. So look for the Lobos to be, so congratulations to both teams. Congratulations to the Lobos as they're our local team on making it to the semifinals and being present and making it a game with what's been tossed their way this week. So for Mel, our producer, for Corbin, our cameraman, for Shane, thank you for joining me.